Okay, let's start. This, so here we have a six bay contract. North declares, south is dummy, and east leads first card. And here's the bidding. And some of you might not see like slam contracts, which is the way we call any contract above any contract above sixth level, like sixth level or seventh level. Like these these contracts are not very often, and for some of you this might be the first time seeing it, but you can you can see you can see it's pretty like the strength is there for north and south. You can, if you count the points, you'll realize that west, east, west has only 10 points, and north south have north south combined has 30 high card points. So that's 30 to 10. That's a pretty big margin. And if you are still not familiar with the concept of points, or which is the abbreviation of high card points, you should Google it. That's a very fundamental topic, and it's also very easy to grasp too. So I'm not gonna talk about it in any of my video separately. So okay, I'll just pass. The last guy passes, and so this is a board I played on Sinray. I modified it slightly in order to make it teachable. In the reality, the distribution was luckier. So here it's a little bit hard, but I just want to. So I modified it in this way in order to teach how to roughing with your in order to teach roughing with your short side, with your short trump side. So you're gonna know what that means later. I just changed this distribution a little bit, and the lead is still the same. So in reality, East led 10 of club, and here it is. Now, I want to review. I want to take a review on what trick counting in suit contract, and what does it mean how does it work when you're told to count the losers. So the way so I'm gonna repeat the reason it works is that so any so so if you look at the so any you just by counting losers, we mean that you count the extra little cards on the long trump side. In this case, it'll be the north. And by counting little cards, I mean the little cards not in the three suits other than the trump suit. So, and the way it works like this is that any extra little cards in the opposite side is gonna be covered by the extra trumps on the long trump side. Yeah, I actually don't have a better way to interpret it. I'll just leave it like this. So in this case, if you count the losers, which means extra little cards in north, you will find one little diamond. That's one little diamond loser, because the ace and king are both missing for us. And you will find no extra little cards in hearts, because like north has ace king and 6, that's a little card, but it's covered by dummy's queen. So if dummy dummy plays queen, that 6 is going to be covered. So no heart losers. And we just said 1 diamond loser. And you don't have any trump losers either, because you have all the top cards from ace to 7. So no losers there. And when you move your eyes on to clubs, you will find 2 losers. Now why is that? Because imagine ace and king are played, and so north still has 2 little cards and south still has 1 little card left. So since north still has 2 little cards left, we call that north has 2 club losers. So the total loser amounts to 1 plus 2 equals to 3. And if you recall, this is a 6. You need to win. This is 6 spade contract. You need to win 6 plus 6 equals to 12 tricks. So you can only afford to lose 1 trick. You can only afford to lose 1 trick. And so what are you gonna do? You need to get rid of 2 losers. Now here's something new I want to here's the purpose I recording this video, because I'm gonna tell you how to optimize your trump use. So there are I don't know if I mentioned this in previous video. I think I mentioned it. In no trump contract, you basically only have 2 ways of winning. You either win by high cards, or you win by long suit. But in suit contract, you still have these 2 ways of winning. You can either win by a high card or by a long suit, but you can also win by ruffing. And by ruffing, I mean that it's like you rough, but it's like you rough, but then you still don't lose any trump tricks. Now, how does that work? So if you look at this trump distribution on our side, so north has 5 trumps and south has 4 trumps, and so if you just cash them, if you just keep cashing them until you can cash at most 5 rounds. So I mean, you just cash ace, king, queen, jack, and 10 consecutively, and you can win 5 trump tricks. Now you can see that dummy has 4 more diamonds than north. So after conceding a diamond trick, north is out of diamond, but south still has 3 left. So, oops, don't rotate. So at that point, you can, if you want, you can ruff a club at north. It's like you play a club from south and ruff it with one of north's trumps. But you can imagine that that's not gonna increase your trick count, because what happens? You spend one of north's trumps to ruff south diamonds, and now north has 4 trump left, and if you stop ruffing at that point and keep cashing the trumps until everyone ran out of trumps, including us, you will win 4 trump tricks. And adding that ruffing trick, you just won. And like adding that trick when you ruff your diamonds, you still only win 5 trump tricks in total. So, but if you ruff with one of if you ruff with one of dummy's trumps, if you ruff with one of South's trumps, things are gonna be different. Like so, like like you can imagine you ruff some suit you have with dummies, some suit in the north with dummies two of trump, and then you can see that South has 3 trump tricks left, and the North has South has 3 trump cards left, and North still has 5 trumps. So if you keep cashing until everyone ran out of trumps, you can still win 5 trumps, and adding that roughing trick you just won, you have 6 trump tricks. So you have 6 trump tricks, and if you use more of dummy's trumps, you can keep increasing the trick count. If you use both 2 and 9 to ruff some cards from north, like the amount of trump cards north has is not gonna change. So the more you ruff, the more you use South cards to ruff, the more trump tricks you have. Like if you use just one of South trumps to ruff, you'll have 6 trump tricks in total. If you use 2, you will have 7 trump tricks, and if you use 3, you'll have 8 trump tricks. So that's a very fundamental principle in bridge, which can be summarized as roughing with short side trump increases your trick count. That's basically what it is. And so I hope you understand. And now some of you might, okay, I'm probably not gonna introduce that just yet. So where do we go? So I guess it's time for us to turn to how to make this contract. And if you reach such contract in real life, by yourself, you're gonna make it, because this is pretty easy, despite being a slam contract. Despite that, you can only lose one trick, which is diamond. So I just slipped out that you might have noticed that you just cannot get rid of that diamond loser. Like there are no extra high cards or long suit tricks in the dummy to get rid of that little diamond 10 of diamond in north. So that diamond loser is unavoidable. So the only way you can make this contract is to get rid of those 2 club losers, and you are gonna do that by roughing with South trumps. As you might have realized, why did I talk about that? Because like North has 4 trumps and the South has 3. Sorry, North has 4 clubs, South 3 clubs. So it makes sense that South will be able to rough North's clubs. But there's another but you need to solve one problem before that, because the queen of club is still missing. Like if you just cash the ace and king, like you cannot concede another club trick, because then you'll be down. So how do you do that? Like like in this case you are in this case you are discarding one of your losers from in the dummy. So you like like in most of the cases, like it would be the dummy who has extra honors to discard to discard the to discard losers. But in this case, like North has extra honors to extra high cards to discard South losers. Like you see, if you pay attention on the hearts, so South has only 2 hearts, North has 3 hearts, and we have three of the highest cards, Ace, King, Queen. So we can cash 2 of them, and North would still have 1 of them left, and the South is out. So North would have an extra heart winner, and all you need to do is to use that heart winner to discard one of South's clubs, smaller clubs. So I'm gonna play it out for you. Wait, later. Yeah, maybe I can just play it out like that right now. So it just works like this. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. So now you see, if I catch the king of club, now you see what I mean. So North, so now South is out of clubs, and North is out of. North has two clubs left, and we just counted them as losers. We just counted that we have 2 club losers. But now, since South is out of club, I can just ruff them with South trumps, and then all I lose is a club trick. It's a diamond trick basically. So why don't we just do that? Oh, South is leading. So right now South is leading. So I'm just doing a simulate. It's like this. So I'm just moving. Moving over this board as way I teach it. So in reality, when you get experience, you might follow a slightly different card sequence, but this is basically the way it works. So now South is, this is approximately the way this hand works. So now you need to get back to dummy. And now I need to get back to North, sorry. And you can just do that by keep playing trumps, I guess. Play the queen to get over. And now you can ruff clubs. And note that you need to get back to North for a second time. So, and you're still gonna do that by playing trumps. But if you imagine if you ruff with your 9 of trump, like you have ace king in south. You cannot play a trump back to north anymore. So you need to pay attention to that detail by ruffing. How to go back? Yes, by ruffing with one of king and ace, and it doesn't matter anyway because you have all the highest cards from ace to seven. So it's not like, so king and knight are basically the same. They're of the same value, but for communication purposes, you need to ruff with your king right here if you follow this sequence of play. And actually, right now, that seven of club is already high because east and west does not neither of them have any clubs anymore. But for the sake of showing you how ruffing with the short trump side, ruffing with your short trump side works, we're just gonna keep playing as if that club is not high. And discard a heart. So now you see. We now you will clearly see that we have make this contract. We just concede a diamond. And now 10, 7, 8 of trumps are all high. So we're gonna win 12. The rest 3, we're gonna win 12 tricks in total. They win 1. So we just make six hot. We just make 6 spade. I guess that's how I will put it. There are a lot of ways to manage your trumps, and you will learn a lot of these interesting techniques in the future. And I'm just gonna probably throw in some terms. For example, you might heard about the term cross ruff, but you might not heard about something called dummy reversal, and you might not heard about trump coup, something like that. Like cross ruff is a relatively simple technique. You might be able to use it. You might be able to learn it quickly and use it in real time play. And the dummy reversal it's very easy to understand, but not very easy to use. It requires very acute evaluation of the situation. So it's a very interesting technique, like intermediate level. And trump coup is the sort of thing that if you do it once in real time, like people are gonna applaud to you, like that kind of advanced technique. So there it is. This is the full hand again, and that's how you make six spade by discarding one of south's clubs and ruffing 2 clubs in the south, ruffing 2 of north clubs in the south. Yeah, I guess that'll do for this video. See you next time. See you tomorrow for the bridge club.